Hey guys, what's going on? Luke here, and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Instead of me playing Fortnite or showing you a montage of what I've done the past week, we're going to be comparing the original Battlefront 2, well, EA's Battlefront 2 from 2017, to the newer version that it released in 2019, which was subsequently its final update. Well, the Scarf one came out earlier this year, its final update. But we're going to be comparing the two versions of the game, see how they've been changed, and if the game has improved, and if the game is worth playing. Battlefront 2's original marketing promised the users to be able to experience all three eras in the Star Wars universe, whilst Battlefront 1 had only offered the users to experience the original trilogy. At its 2017 launch, the hero roster available to the players was Luke Skywalker, Leia Organa, Han Solo, Chewbacca, Lando Calrissian, Yoda, and Rey. Meanwhile, the villain roster included the infamous Darth Vader, Emperor Palpatine, Boba Fett, Bossk, Iden Versio, who was introduced as the protagonist in Battlefront's campaign mode, Darth Maul, and as well as the sequel trilogy's very own Kylo Ren. Additionally, there were also some hero ships included in this launch, two Millennium Falcons, one from the sequel trilogy, one from the original, Boba Fett's Slave One, Darth Maul's Scimitar, close enough, the Darth Vader TIE Advanced X1, Iden Versio's TIE Fighter, Kylo Ren's TIE Silencer, Luke's X-Wing, Poe's X-Wing, and Yoda's Jedi Interceptor. And now the maps. The game featured locations from the original, prequel, and sequel era of the Star Wars movies. The maps from the prequels consisted of Kamino, Kashyyyk, and Naboo. And then for the original trilogy, we had Death Star 2, Endor, Yavin 4, Hoth, and Mos Eisley Spaceport on Tatooine. We then saw Jakku, Takodana, and Starkiller Base added to the sequel trilogy. There was also a small-scale Cloud City map on Bespin, and maps over Kamino and Ryloth for the prequel trilogy, Fondor and Endor for originals, and the Unknown Regions for sequel trilogies if you wanted to play the Starfighter Assault mode. Now that's what was added into the game for the launch in 2017. Now I'm not going to dive too far deep into the loot box scandals, but I am going to point out that loot boxes were since removed. You don't need to play for a certain amount of time to unlock any characters, as you used to be able to play for like 10 hours or something to unlock Darth Vader, which wasn't the smartest option considering he was, Star Wars' big flagship character, the most popular one. Well, since Baby Yoda came out, maybe not. But they've since removed, as I said, loot boxes have been removed. You now have to just play as any hero. You've got to level them up. The cards grant tiny bonuses here and there, certain abilities. It is a progression system and it is a lot fairer than it used to be. Right, now I feel as though we've talked enough about what was in the game at launch. Now I feel we need to talk about what was added to improve the game's overall value. The 2015 edition of EA's Star Wars Battlefront did not offer free DLC content, and instead you have to pay for additional maps and additional heroes. Battlefront 2, I'll give them credit, they got rid of that. They released all DLCs for free, similar to how like Overwatch, Fortnite, and Rainbow Six would. Now, the first season of Battlefront 2 released on December 13th, 2017, in accordance with the movie Star Wars The Last Jedi. Love it or hate it, no, we're not getting into that today. Now, Finn, who was played by John Boyega, was added. Additionally, Captain Phasma and the map Crate was added in. We also saw the addition of Tali Lintra's A-Wing and a space map above Dakar. We also saw a continuation of the player campaign, Resurrection, detailing the events of how the Resistance ended up with the plans for the Dreadnought at the start of The Last Jedi. Season released in May of 2018 along with the film Solo, A Star Wars Story. This featured Jabba's Palace and Kessel as ground maps, new game modes of Hero, Showdown and Extraction, which were the Ultimate DMs to begin with and became core modes eventually. I'm not going to dive too far deep into the modes, so we're going to be here just a few minutes longer than we expected. We also saw the new ship, Lando Calrissian, an L337's Millennium Falcon, as if we needed another one. There were new skins for Han, Lando, Chewie, and Leia. The next set of content was announced on June 9th of 2018 during EA Play. This released through 2018, additionally 2019. It featured content from the prequel trilogy of Star Wars, centering on the conflict between the Galactic Republic and the Separatists, which is what fans know as the Clone Wars. We saw much of the content added based on the Clone Wars TV show, as well as episode 2 and 3. The planets Geonosis and Felucia featured in episodes 2 and 3 that were added as ground maps. We saw Capital Supremacy, inspired by Conquest from the original Battlefront games, added. Co-op, which is a PvP, PvE, which is more quite similar to Uprising from Overwatch, where a team of 4 players battle AI. We saw new reinforcements, or like special units to play, the Commando Droid and Droidica for the Separatists, as well as the Clone Commando and the Arc Trooper for the Galactic Republic. Vehicles added were the Bark Speeder and Staff for the Galactic Republic and Separatists respectively, the Galactic Republic Armoured Tank, known as the TX-130, the Artillery ATTE, predecessor to the AT-80, and finally, additionally to new skins for the Clone Troopers battle droids, such as the 501st Trooper, one of the most iconic Clone Troopers from the show, we also saw Galactic Republic heroes Obi-Wan Kenobi and the legendary Anakin Skywalker to counter Separatist villains with General Grievous and Count Dooku. And now we get to the latest edition of Star Wars Battlefront 2, Celebration Edition, released in December of 2019. This included all cosmetic skins, emotes, voice lines, and victory poses for every trooper and hero released up until the point of the game's release. Furthermore, we saw the addition of the 4th season based on the final movie in the Skywalker saga, The Rise of Skywalker. We saw the new map, Asian Cross, the Resistance from episode 9, reinforcements for Resistance's First Order, new gunners and spies for the Resistance, jet troopers and Sith troopers for the First Order, BB-8 and BB-9E starring as the hero and villain respectively. Furthermore, in February of 2020, we saw some final original trilogy era content released, Ewok Hunter and the ISB Agent, with new weapons for 4 base classes that will be unlocked through the co-op mode. The final update for Star Wars Battlefront 2 was released in April 2020, and it added its final content based off Rogue One, which was the Scarif map, Shore Troopers available for all base Imperial styles, new Rebel appearances, and several new hero appearances, with the highly coveted Old Master skin for Darth Maul, along with some celebration skins for Luke and Leia that have been chucked in. We also saw one last skin added for Emperor Palpatine. This was his look from The Rise of Skywalker. Judging this game on what happened earlier in the game's lifespan 2017 with its loot box scandals, which I did say I was going to talk about, just going to briefly mention here to say the game has made a massive improvement to itself. The game's a lot more fair, balanced. They've had so many vehicles, game modes, skins. The game feels really complete and is a lot of fun to play. If you do spot the game out on sale, I would recommend purchasing it. You would enjoy it. It is a lot of fun. It's something different to the typical first-person shooter. This one also has the option to be a third-person and first-person. You can toggle that yourself, which I think is a really cool feature. And I do believe this game has significantly improved, and I would recommend that if you saw it, buy it. It's a bunch of fun. Knock yourself out. Go enjoy it. That's going to be the end of it for me. See you later. Oh, and if you're wondering, we lose this round. We screw up.